Hello, I am a fellow Redwood resident. We already know that what we are short on water in Bangalore. If you are not convinced, just watch some news channels or newspaper. You will be convinced. Now, what is the solution? We save water. That is already established. But not what is not very clearly done is the how to save water. So I thought that I will just make a quick video to show you 4 things I am doing to conserve water, and you can do it same very easily. So the first solution, it's a very obvious solution, and it has a great impact. It can be very easily implemented. So all of us have RO AquaGuard. So what RO means is reverse osmosis. So the water is salty, the salty water is thrown out, and the not so salty water is stored in this tank. So how much water is thrown out? You will be surprised to know it will be 4 times of this tank. So if this tank is storing 4 bottles of water, it will be 16 bottles of water will be thrown out. So how to store this water? It's very clean water. So you can store it and use it anywhere. So what I have done is that I have connected a pipe here. This is the outlet pipe. You can just make sure which is the inlet and which is the outlet pipe. So obviously the one which is coming from the tap is the inlet pipe, and the one which is coming from the pipe is the outlet pipe. So this is going through here, and it's getting collected here. So two things to notice. One is that keep the bucket big enough, because I said that there will be a lot of water that is getting wasted, and try to keep this bucket near to the sewage point or drainage point. Why? Because see, if this is already full, then you are filling the second round of water. So what will happen is it will overflow. Now if you place this bucket inside your kitchen, and if this your kitchen gets all water filled, you will be very angry with it, and you may stop conserving this by this method. So try to keep it near and at an angle. Now I will show you how to install this pipe. This is a very cheap pipe. It comes at 20 rupees per meter pipe. You will find it in any hardware shop. I just found it in a Hello hardware shop. You go to a piping shop and you will be able to find. I'll put it in the description also, the shop from where I bought it. So installing this pipe is very easy. So if you see, there is this inner circle. You just push it. Push it inside and get this pipe out. Okay. Now how do you install it back? You just do. There is not even a need to push it or anything. Just push the pipe inside, and when you push it back, it won't come out because the pulling mechanism has been engaged. So once you have collected this water here, it's only 25% more saltier than your usual water. So the tap water, since it's one bottle of water is getting distributed into 4 bottles of water, this is only 25% more saltier. So I use it normally at 3 places. One is gardening, like putting water into my plants. Second is for bathing, and third one is for mopping the floors. So if you have a family of, I think, more than 2, so it could be 4, 5, 6, then you will have a lot of water in this reservoir. So the other place where you use the most water, I think, is when you do the flushing. So you do flushing for 2 things. One, when you do excretion, so 2 number, or another thing is when you do the 1 number. So there are 2 flushes here, the small flush and the big flush. We are already doing the small flush, but the small flush also has a setting. So how much water do you want to spend? On a side note, this is a different mechanism toilet, where the water is getting ejected from one hole and going into second hole, and the water goes from up also. So what happens is that it takes up very less water compared to your normal toilets, where the water goes only from top. You may not have that choice right now, but if you are planning to buy a new toilet, try to go with this kind of toilet, where you have two ways of inlet water, right? So most of the savings you are going to do in your small flush, because see, you will go to number only once or twice, maximum twice a day. But if you are going one, that could be 5-8 times, right? So if you are wasting a lot of water in the small flush, then it's going to be a lot of wastage. So how do we do this setting? So I already showed you the right one was the left flush. I will try to remove and show you where is the setting. So how do we remove it? It's very easy. You just do this, rotate it any of the direction, and then the key will get out. I will just close off the tap so that I don't waste any more water. Okay. So this one is the level setting, which is setting the level for your small flush. So if it's all the way down, it's going to waste the most amount of water. It will be as equivalent as your big flush. So you will empty your entire tank here, right? If it's all the way up, okay, let me just do it. You can do, there's nothing to press, you just do all the way up. This will lose the least amount of water. So I will just show you, I will just fill up the tank and show you how less water you waste in the small flush. So remember, while installing back also, you will do the same thing. Whatever your small flush was, for me it's the blue one. You try to align it on the left side. There will be one in position here, and you just rotate it. So it's all half and half. So it's aligned, and this button will go in here. So I have filled up the tank now. I will just show you how much less water it uses. First, I will show you here. It will be visible from the line that will be formed here. So I am pressing the small flush now. Water went, and you see it's not even filling up the entire thing. So if you see very less water has been drained out. So it's close to this much only. So the tank is very big, and only this much water has been drained out. So another very simple thing, that was the second way. The third way, very simple thing that you can do is that You can use a bucket and water. See, everyone has a shower nowadays, but try to avoid shower because it will use, I think, twice to thrice. When I use the shower, when I use the bucket and mug, I use 1/4 of this bucket. So you can take a bath in very less of this. So I've already mentioned that you can use the RO water here, but try to avoid washing your hair with it because the water is little harder and it may harden your hair. So I normally try to use a very less RO water, close to half bucket of this, half mug of this water for washing hair. The fourth way you can save water is that I think everyone may not have a dishwasher, but a dishwasher will use a lot less water than your maid. You can't. I've tried a lot of times to instruct the maid to use less water, but they like the flow because it cleans easily. So why does dishwasher uses less water? Because it's not like the entire thing is filled like a washing machine. The water is sprayed using these nozzles. This rotates. It sprinkles the water on top. The water falls here, and it just recycles the water. So it may take only 2-3 cycles of water. So what you can do is that not use the auto mode, you can use the eco mode, so it will use less power, less water. I already have 4 points, but I just a small point. If you try to use this Scotch sponge cloth, I will just put the link in the description or email somewhere. This will use lot less water to clean your car also. So I clean my car with this. So I usually try to clean my glasses more because you want the visibility. Your car, if it's not too shiny during this water scarcity, I think you can live with it. You can just dust off your rest of your car.